Recording start.
Oh, wow. Didn't see you there, folks. It's been a week since the last episode. Isn't that right, Adele?
Oh yeah, totally a week and not like 5 hours later.
Yeah, and I'm actually here for it. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? It's so great. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Mini Manga Talk. I'm Hawker Hockey, and this is Adele. I'm here with Manga Muse Adele. I keep forgetting that you have an actual YouTube name now. Uh,
Manga Muse, or some people know me as Vampy.
exactly. So we are here today. For let me get close to the mic for you people at home for Pride Month.
Oh my gosh.
We're here for Pride Month to talk about some LGBT plus friendly manga that we have found that we really like. And by we have found, I mean mainly Adele. Um,
Yeah.
Adele has introduced me to the manga that we're going to be covering for the remainder of Pride Month. Um, don't worry, I will contribute at least one. I've already told Adele about it, and I'm going to put a gun to her head to read it, um, so that we can do an episode on it too.
Is
But
it is it I think my son is gay?
yes, yes.
Yeah. I'm also excited. I feel like we should both read one we've never read before because I want to read until I think it's called Until I Meet My Husband. It doesn't come out
Okay,
till
yeah.
June 21st, so
Okay,
yeah.
we can do that one. Yeah, yeah. We got a whole catalog of Pride Month fucking
Yeah.
episodes, baby. Yep. We've got. Okay, let's see. There's one, two, three, four, at least four more episodes for Pride Month. I think, if I'm counting right.
I think so.
Yes. So, with that being said, the first one we're going to be talking about is, if you can't tell by the uh, by the title of the video, is a manga titled "Run Away with Me, Girl,"
Hmm.
and it's I cried. I cried. It was very painful, but like in a good way. I say that in complete positive connotation.
Exactly. Every manga that I rec hockey ends up being painful in a good way. Actually, that's any manga I pretty much recommend anybody is gonna be painful in a good way.
Yes. I have some ounce of you know respect and consideration for Adele that I recommend her a very cute and wholesome comedy one. And Adele just is like, you know what Hockey needs right now? He needs his heart to be ripped out and shred to pieces over LGBT romance. And I'm like, I'm over here, I'm enjoying it, but you want me dead, apparently, is what I get from it.
Look, I can't help that all of my favorite series are extremely painful. But the ending is happy. That's the important thing. They might be emotionally painful, but the ending is happy.
Yes. Yes, ending is very happy. But let's talk about it for a minute. Well, for more than a minute. We have an hour to talk about it, but um, it's only 4 volumes, so it's very short. I think it has about it's like 4 chapters per volume too, and they're like 32 pages a chapter or something.
Yeah,
So,
usually.
yep. So it's relatively short. Um, it was a good read over lunch. Um, and you know what, Adele, I'm gonna have you start the floor with this actually, since you're the one who introduced me to it.
Alright, so Run Away With Me Girl is about Maki and Midori, who originally they were in love and they dated in high school, but then when they graduate, Midori is like, "Oh, that's like a little girl thing. We have to leave it behind. It's time for us to grow up and get husbands," which I feel like is like a thing that can happen pretty much anywhere with anybody who's under like the LGBT umbrella. Like it's like, oh, it's a childish thing. It's time to grow up and be an adult and be a normal cis het person in society. But I've also read like different things and across different manga as well that's like especially a thing, at least in Japan it seems like, that it's like, oh, you can like girls and stuff when you're in school, but once you graduate it's like, oh, okay, that was just like a fling or like a fantasy immature thing. Now it's time to, get a husband. So that's basically what she does.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't see each other for 10 years. 10 years passes, and now Midori is not only in a marriage with a man, but she is pregnant. She finds out. Uh, but Maki, like, the feelings end up rekindling between them, and you can tell that Midori feels like she still feels very safe and a lot more close and affectionate, like emotionally, physically, pretty much every way, with Maki than her own husband, which we find out her husband's a dick.
Oh
Um,
yeah, don't even get me started on the husband. We're gonna talk about that shithead. I needed some refreshing on names because I'm horrible with names in general, but I actively made the choice not to refresh myself on uh on that bastard's name.
Yeah, so trigger warning, there is I know at least one scene of domestic abuse. Doesn't he like slaps her, hits her, and it makes her face bleed, I think.
Oh, it's actually like like pretty serious. He has like a suitcase in his hand and he absolutely just knocks the shit out of her with it.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
it's very graphic actually.
Yeah, with scenes like that,
I'm not
they
but by the way, that wasn't me laughing. It's awkward. It's awkward laughing because I don't. It's actually like super serious.
yeah, usually scenes like that, I like kind of, I remember enough that they happened, but my brain doesn't usually keep like the full scene in my head because, like you said, it's not really something that you want to remember. Um, but I'm just saying it in case anybody listens to this. It's like, oh, I'm gonna read it. Just warning for that. Um, but none of that happens between the main couple. They're very sweet, very gentle with each other. There's no abuse between those two. It is just her asshole husband, and she does not stay with him. That's why I'll say it's a happy ending. She doesn't stay with him. They get away from him. That's literally why it's called "Run Away with Me, Girl." So there's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
disclaimer.
yes, and then also if you have a tendency, or no, I was gonna make a joke about like about like uh characters who give off. Actually, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Actually,
What?
never mind.
What?
No, I'm gonna type it in the chat because it's bad. Actually,
Wait, what's it? Oh no, what are you typing? The co-worker.
it was something mean about the coworker character, which we will get to too, because mm, those two characters are absolute pieces of shit. Um, yeah, yeah. What were you? What else? What else? What are some of the things positive you have to say, Adele?
Oh, definitely the artwork is gorgeous in this. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's why right afterwards I was like, "Oh, you like Run Away with Me, Girl? Well, I have another series for you that not only has LGBT themes and ends happily and will emotionally hurt you, but also has gorgeous art. Our Dreams at Dusk. So if you like Our Dreams at Dusk, you'll probably like this series. They are both just both of the artists slash mangaka are incredibly talented. They both kind of like using these visual metaphors, like all of these uh, sparkling moments whenever Maki looks at Midori, all of like the sparkles and like this nice warm feeling in the air. It's so good. Great use of screen tones. Has
I
like a
agree with that.
very, oh yeah.
Oh, no, no, I was just gonna say I completely agree with that. You could just sense the warmth in the air, especially in moments where Maki is perceiving Midori. Like it always does this like uh it has these like effects on the page, and it's just like it feels so warm and comforting.
Yeah, so you can really feel like just the love she has for her dripping off the page, like how happy she is being around her. All of the sparkles, even in her flashbacks of her.
Yeah,
Um,
there's always these sparkles in the flashback whenever Maki's talking about Midori, and it's so wholesome.
yeah, and then like if she's just like looking at Midori, um, oh my god, Chris yelling in the background. That's my roommate. Sorry if that picks up. Uh, but yeah, whenever like she's focusing on Midori mostly, and the quote unquote camera, the page is like panning, just looking at Midori. It has like this very it's like a very floaty and flowy feel, almost like she could just take off from the ground at any time and like pick up with the wind. I feel like that really matches her feelings, especially at the beginning when they reunite, because like she hasn't seen her in 10 years and now she's here, and I'm sure she's like starts thinking like, oh, when is she gonna disappear again, or oh, this is just temporary. I love it. It's so
Yes,
good.
it's rather angelic. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but as a contrast to that, she doesn't really have that sort of feeling as much at all whenever she's with her husband or thinking about her husband. It's a lot more grounded for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You're like, yeah.
her husband is just an unironically unpleasant character. And I appreciate the fact that the author gives him a backstory, but what I appreciate about that is it explains how he is, but it doesn't excuse it. It doesn't leave room for an excuse to be made, but it does give an explanation of how he is the way he is.
Yeah, that's the best. It's like, here's an explanation for why this character is a bastard. However, that doesn't mean I'm trying to make him sympathetic or say what he's doing is right. This is just why he
Exactly.
turned out this way.
Exactly. I very rarely see that be done in a way as good as this manga. Because usually in other mangas where I've read something similar happening, like giving a backstory to that character, you always sort of get this air that the manga author's trying to get you to sympathize with them a little bit, but I don't get that impression at all. With this one, it's executed perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just, oh god, I hate him. A little bastard fucker. Um, Not in any sort of affectionate way either. He's just an absolute jerk. Uh, Cheats on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking yeah, like cheats on her. Um, just like puts her down. Is a fucking dickbag. Wasn't it like he's like, oh, I was unpopular with girls, and then he like hit puberty and kind of grew up some, and then all of a sudden he's like, wow, getting with women is really easy, and then suddenly he just thinks he's hot shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of crazy how like throughout the course of the manga, it just gets more and more uncomfortable every time he's on the page. You just get as Midori's becoming more and more like, ah, yes, I am unhappy in this situation. You just feel it, not just through her words, but just through how he is presented on the screen, or on the screen, on the page, and through his like facial expressions. It
Yes.
just gets more and more unpleasant until like the last moment you see him. It's just like you just I got like actively like disgusted, like just like, huh? Oh fuck, Satan's here, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's like, bleh. Oh god, this guy. Um, Another thing that is neat about this manga that I like is it is a josei manga. Um, so that means it ran in a manga that was targeted towards adult women. So let me look. I'm gonna look up the artist. Okay, yeah. So the artist is a woman. It was written and serialized in a manga directed at women. So like I don't know. It kind of has like when you read a series and it's like it doesn't have that fetish side the fetish. I'm gonna. It's so hard for me to say this word. Fetish.
Fetishization.
Yes, thank you. It doesn't have that feeling at all.
Oh
Um,
no, 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 no. This is a straight to the point, like genuine romance story, and it's very, very good. It's very well written.
yeah. It just feels nice. We're just like, okay, this is written by a woman about two lesbian characters for other women. It just feels like very genuine and I don't know, it's just nice. It's nice to be like this was made by and for this target audience. I love it. Love it, love it. Also, I love that we're getting more josei manga here in English. It's supposed to come out in English, think around October, somewhere around the second half of the year. And I'm hoping it's gonna be physically. I think it is. Um, but yeah, they've tried to say that josei manga doesn't do good in English markets. Which I think is kind of bullshit. But hopefully a lot of people buy this one. I've been talking about it on Twitter. I'm like, please read Run Away with Me Girl. Buy this series. It's so good. Please. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a very beautiful. It's quick. 4 volumes like you said, but it does a lot with it. I also really like the side character that they bring up later, her internet friend who does photography.
yeah, yeah. Oh my god, I love that character because. Oh, right. Something else I should mention because this leads into this character, but something else I should mention is how real the story felt and how like relatable it felt even to me, who is absolutely not the target audience. Um, um, like specifically like with this character of Komari, that's her name, yes. Midori's friend she made on Twitter in an LGBT space that she talks to about her like issues and problems, and they talk to each other, and they use like Twitter slang, and I'm just like, man, this is me and my friends. This is how me and my friends talk sometimes.
You're like,
Yeah.
hold on a second. How did you? How did you know?
Yeah, yeah, my oomfies. That's her oomphy right there. She's just sharing her troubles with her oomphy.
Hey, Umfi, how's it going? Um,
Hey, hey, oomphy, I'm having incredible amounts of gay panic right now. Can you help me?
um, yeah, I really liked her. Komari is her name, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Komari. Um, yeah, she's probably my other favorite character and tolerable one in the series. Um,
There's only like three tolerable, actually no, four tolerable characters
who's the
in
fourth one?
this. The shopkeeper, and when the only reason I hesitated to say fourth is because she appeared for like a chapter.
The fourth character, this one chapter woman, the shopkeeper.
The one,
Um,
she's not even a shopkeeper. I don't know why I keep calling her that. She owns a hotel.
Hotel tycoon woman. Um, yeah, but Komori is great. I really love. Isn't there like a scene where of course, she's taking photos of all of them, which, when they actually do run away together for a while, that stays in their memories. But like the way that she watches them, and then it has like you get to see all the sparkles and warmth around both of them together from a third
Yes,
POV, and it's like she's watching them longingly. Like that's what I want, is what she's thinking. Like,
exactly,
so
exactly.
nice.
Like her character was very. It was very tragic, but also very it just felt like a full circle kind of story because she's sort of in the same place that Midori was when she was like her age. Um so seeing Midori and Maki sort of reconcile and go through like the stuff that they're going through sort of, I guess, inspired her like, hey, I can be myself. Because Komari is also a lesbian, but she is in a relationship with a guy friend that she has. And she was during that whole trip sequence, she was talking about how she tried, or I forget exactly her what reasoning she gave. I think she was just trying to like lie to herself and her family or something was the reasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but I it was after seeing the beautiful relationship between Midori and Maki that she was like, yeah, actually I need to be more honest with myself about things, and she like called the guy up and was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you about something." It was that moment was very powerful for me cuz before they went on the trip I was wondering what they were going to do with her character, and I was like, "Man, this is nice. Great." And
Yeah.
tear up even.
Yeah, you're like, damn. You just really want all three of them to be happy. Oh, what about the ending where they're actually raising the daughter together?
Ah, yes, yes. I was a little uh I was a little torn on the last chapter, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of did. I liked it by the end of it, but I kind of didn't feel like. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I just have. Tell me what you think about it first, while I try and get my words in a more appropriate space, because I'm trying to think about how I want to say it.
Well, I do like that we get to see them raising her together. Of course, she's 13 years old by this point. And you kind of see that she's kind of taken on attributes of both of her moms. Like, of course, she kind of looks like Midori, but she also kind of acts like Maki a little bit. Um, let's see. Why she like runs away from them for a while because I think she gets frustrated with Maki, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, it says she's always really busy. She's never at home. She's always asking me if I'm studying, stuff like that. Got mad at her when she's late. It's basically like basic things that as a parent you would get frustrated with a teenager for if they were being rebellious and stuff like that. And then she's a worrier. So it's like obvious that Maki cares about her a lot. So like I get it where she's like, I'm gonna run away from home, and then it's like another thing of being a rebellious teen is like, well, she's not my actual mom. So
yeah, yeah. That's the part that sort of got me because I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like with the types of people that Maki and Midori are and the sort of relationship I assume they have from the context clues, that they're, regardless of teenage rebellion, whatever, that the kid wouldn't and turn out like that. Like, I understand teenage rebellion affects anyone and everything and all that kind of stuff, but I kind of was just like, oh, that's a little bit extreme. That's a little bit extreme, child. You've got two loving mothers who love each other very much, and you, I assume. But I I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh on this small child who has a yeah, maybe I'm being too harsh on this small child.
yeah, she does also say that she said that like her other thing is she's like she feels like she's weird because she has two moms. She's not like the other kids. Her classmates are gossiping about her, and she doesn't
Mm,
know what
mhm.
happened between her mom and her biological father. And she's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say when everyone else talks about her dad. And so it's like she's frustrated with Maki, but I think she's also just kind of like frustrated with other people and stuff as well, and like herself. So I felt like, yeah, like the personally she doesn't want to be different, but I feel like she's also kind of internally torn between. I'm sure she does, I'm sure love both of her moms. At the same time, it's like, okay, but why am I different than everybody? Why are they gossiping about me?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like she's just 13 and doesn't really know how to deal with it. But
True, true.
yeah, it was at least nice to see them like raising her and that she does end up like going back.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, teenagers also just love to be like, "You're not my real mom. You're not my real dad." Every time they're like frustrated because they know it's something that they can say that's like hurtful. They're like, "What can I do to hurt them?" Oh, I know this, which is very painful.
Yeah.
Um, but there is like I do like when she's walking along the beach and then Komari has like flashbacks to Maki and Midori walking along the beach together all those years ago. I'm just like, and then she gives him the picture of them together. Uh,
Yes, yes. Oh god, it was absolutely darling. I just loved it so much.
yeah,
Absolutely.
she was like, yeah, this is a picture of them. They watched like the same ocean together that you're looking at now, and then their daughter just starts crying,
Yes,
and she's like, I
yes.
lied. I don't hate her. I hate myself, and I wanted to fit in so much. I let them call me and call her Midori weird, and yeah, exactly. She's like, I'm terrible because I let my classmates say mean things just because I didn't want to be different. Yeah, so basically she is like just kind of like torn apart, but she actually cares about them a lot. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. That part was really nice. Yeah, goodness. Ah, very nice. It's very nice.
also, I don't remember if uh I don't remember if she says it as if she still sees her dad.
No, no, I don't think she said that. Or if
Okay.
if she did, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
remember that. That's one thing I couldn't. I think I couldn't tell from the way she said it if she still sees him
I think I think
or.
she said, "Why don't I see him?" or something. Hold
Oh,
on, I have the pages up in front of me. Let me fucking see.
okay. I just remember she said something like, "My, I know something complicated must have happened between the two of them," but I couldn't remember if she actually saw him. Because it just made me wonder if like if he was just kind of like, oh, she cut off all contact with me, so I'm not gonna see my daughter, or if it turned into one of those situations that a lot of people will do, where it's like, okay, well, we might be divorced, but I will see my child.
I'm seeing. I'm checking. Hold on, I'm looking.
I'm looking. Chris in the background.
Chris in the background. Can we get a Chris background in the check? Chris in the background in the chat. I mean, fuck.
In the check. Can we get a Chris in the background check?
Can we get a Chris background check? I know what he's done.
I know what he's done. I know what you've done.
Adele, say something entertaining while I'm trying to find this.
Entertaining. Okay. Um.
You're losing him, Adele. You're losing him.
I don't know what to say.
Our
Uh.
viewer retention is going down as we
I'm
speak.
sorry. I'm sorry. I can't think of anything else smart to say at the moment. I'm just like, I feel like I've said everything. Oh, there's that bitch
Well, okay,
coworker.
okay. I knew why I called her earlier. I was like, oh, I called her Momo. Yeah, her last name's Momo. Okay. I was like, what? Why am I calling this woman Momo when her name's Maki? No, her last name is Momo. Okay. Uh, let's see.
Maki Momo.
Yeah, Maki. It's Maki Maru or Maki Mura Momo, to be precise.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was like, I knew it was like a cute sounding name. I was like, alliteration.
want more works by Batan. I think that's how you pronounce the creator's name. I want more
She
works. What?
oh, sorry. She literally only mentioned her dad once.
Okay.
It was the like what I don't know what to say when other people bring up my dad.
Well, I'm gonna just
Or
assume she doesn't see him then. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, let's just assume that this child or that this man has no custody whatsoever. Absolutely zero custody.
Zero custody. Fuck that bastard. And also, fuck her coworker or whatever that was like cheating with him and then tried to make Midori feel bad about it. Like it's her fault that he's cheat. Like she tried to act like it was Midori's fault that he was cheating
Exactly.
on her with her. I was like, what? What kind of fucking bitch has the gall to be like, well, maybe if you were just a better wife or girlfriend or whatever, he wouldn't cheat on you with me, and I like him so much more than you do. You don't even give a fuck. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch! Every time she appeared, I was like, you
Ah, yes. Let's
fucking
talk
bitch.
about how horrible she is. Is because I was like, damn, 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 damn,
God,
horrible, absolutely horrible. Hate that guy or hate that girl. Hate her.
fucking
Absolutely hate
sick.
her.
Fucking sick.
Golly. What was her? I don't even remember what her name was, and I don't care because she's horrible.
I don't
Uh,
know. Short haired coworker is what I call her in my brain.
that last moment that we see her was so powerful when Midori just like winds up the biggest slap on planet Earth and then just stops. And it's like that's the fear I felt every day under the same roof as him. Like what? Hold on, what was her full quote?
I think it was like, how did that make you feel? It scared you, didn't it? Well, that's how I felt every time I was around him, or something like that. It was something to that effect. But
Mm-hmm.
that was a really good fucking scene. Oh,
That was really really good.
God, so good. Love Midori standing up for herself because, like, a lot of her character was like shown that she's the type of person that hates being lonely, and that's kind of how she ended up in that marriage in the first place. Like, not only
God,
because of compulsory heterosexuality, but also because of like her fear of loneliness and just wanting someone to be with and like care for her. And he basically played her emotions and shit
it
enough
was.
to be like, oh yeah, that can be me.
I I I hate the sequence when he's like, well, I don't like how the condom feels,
Oh my
and
god. Ugh.
that whole sequence was it was very realistic in its dialogue because I could just hear a guy like talking that way. Um, it was God, it was just absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. I was gonna say something, but it was like, oh yeah, I was like, dude, dude, like emotionally manipulates her into like not putting a condom on, and then when she gets pregnant, he's like, oh, the consequences of my own actions. I see. Like,
Yeah.
what did you expect? What did
Ugh.
you expect,
God,
sir?
he's such a gross fuck boy of a person.
All right, let's go into his backstory real quick because,
God,
like I said earlier, it was I really appreciated how it was done. It didn't leave any room for sympathy, but it explained why he is the way he is.
I barely
Uh,
remember it because I fucking hate him. My brain like erased so
well,
much of it.
it was that he was like chubby and quote unquote unattractive and like made fun of by girls at a school or something.
Yeah,
Um, hold on, did he get like prank asked out once or something?
I wouldn't be surprised. What
I
else?
I think I think it was that. Hold on. I want to confirm that. I'll keep talking while I'm looking. Um, but he got prank asked out once or something, and like everybody was calling him a creep because he looked ugly and like he was gross and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and something like that. And it was like when he was in high school or like early college, like he was like thinning out because he was like getting like taller and stuff, and like someone recommended he get a haircut. It was like a middle part, and he
Oh
got like a
god.
hair. He got like a haircut, and people started like calling him attractive and stuff, and people started asking him out. And then like he let a girl down once or something, and he was like, "Women are weak. I have power over them. Oh, this is amazing."
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're so gross. Ugh, I can't stand people. I can't stand manipulators like that. And like,
I can find it. I can find it. I swear.
God,
I
it's
swear.
so gross too because the whole time you can just he's constantly looking down on Midori. He's constantly looking down on her, thinking she's like stupid and unintelligent and easy to control, and it's so sickening. It's so
Yeah,
gross.
he's constantly just looking down on women in general. Which is part of what his flashback is about actually. Hold on. I can find it. I can find it. I think it's in volume 2. I just looked through 3 and 4 and it's not there. So it's gotta be in volume 2. Hold on. Keep talking, and I'll keep saying smart stuff.
Okay, keep saying smart stuff. Hold on.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. I
Oh,
found it. I
okay.
found it.
Okay, I was
Okay,
gonna say,
okay.
wait,
So,
I'm replying to someone on Twitter real fast.
okay. Okay. Yes, yes. He was faked assed out by a girl. Uh
Yeah.
and
Women?
and then his little sister was even like, "Man, you creep me out. You're so gross and weird." Or like people at school are talking about you about how you're so gross and weird. I don't want to be around you. And then uh he's like, "Oh man, I hate being around girls. They just look at you and judge you like you're prey." He had a real Joker moment.
Yeah.
Um and then he got into like, yeah, it was college. Right before he got into college, he got a haircut. Cause he like the nun or whatever, he got a haircut. And girls started noticing him, and he got to let a girl down. And here's his exact language. The girl was, he's like, "Are you that sad we're breaking up?" And the girl is crying, and she's like, "Of course I am, but you cheated. That's even worse. I hate you. It hurt." And his response is, "You should have seen it coming." And then his internal monologue is, "I realize that girls are really weak. Any little thing makes them look at you like you just ended their world, but they'll still get on the bed, spread their legs, and take it. So easy to win against.
God.
Nothing to be scared of at all." Or they were nothing to be scared of at all. Um,
I hate it. He's so fucking gross. God, I
yeah. It
can't
was. I think it.
stand him.
I think the reason, again, why I appreciated that backstory too was again, it felt very realistic. Like I could probably pinpoint like 3 guys that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
The same exact fucking way in real life. The same
yeah,
exact
yeah.
backstory. And you're like, oh god, not this
I've
guy.
seen you for who you are.
Yeah, it's like I've seen you everywhere I go. They're familiar faces, worn out. They're everywhere. Get me the fuck out, God. Yeah, can't stand him. Um. Oh, is there any? Is there anybody? Anybody else?
No, yeah, I think that's it.
That's probably it. Of course, we only have 4 volumes, so not as long as Chainsaw Man or some of the other things we've talked about,
Yep, yeah.
but
But
very solid, very good. Hockey gave it an 8.5 out of 10 because her husband didn't die.
yeah, yeah, he should have died,
He should have
honestly.
died. She's probably like, okay,
Um,
I'll go for a bit more realism because I'm sure most people they can't get rid of their fucked up husbands that easily. But
and I look at the author and I say, "Coward."
coward, kill that bastard.
The reason why I gave it an 8.5 out of 10 is because it was so short. I
Oh yeah.
appreciated the journey that they went through, but I have also would have liked more happy, intimate moments between Maki and Midori.
Yeah.
Um, because it was pretty all heavy all the time. It was a happy ending, and the happy ending was a good payoff, but I would have appreciated a little bit more breaks showing their current relationship as opposed to their previous one. Because they did have moments like on the trip, but I would have liked that to have lasted a little bit longer, I think.
Yeah. You're like, come on, give me the happiness, give me the
Yes.
serotonin.
Yes. Or like with the last chapter, uh my ideal ending probably would have been one more volume of like the four chapters, and each chapter is like at a different stage of like raising that kid, like.
Oh yeah.
And the last chapter would have been where the last chapter ended, at the kid being like 13 and running away and stuff. Maybe so that wasn't as mean to the small child who was clearly dealing with a lot, because a little bit of that would have been sprinkled all throughout that last volume's chapters. But so I could understand it more, because upon my first reading, I was like, I'm gonna kick this fucking child into the moon. Your mothers are so nice and sweet. Um, do you know what you're
Do you know what you've
do
done?
you do,
Do you know what you're
do you
saying?
do you know what Maki's been through?
You don't understand
Do you know what
shit. Which I mean,
do you know what
that's
Midori's been through? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Which I mean,
which
that's
is
how kids are.
understandable.
Most people
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know. Yeah.
yeah. But if I had to fix anything, I would have had one more volume. That would have been real nice. Yeah, yeah,
Just one more.
yeah. Yes, that's gonna be, I feel like, a common theme throughout most of these, is me wishing there was more. Um, because I said the same for Chainsaw Man, and I think I said, oh no, I didn't say the same for Flowers of Evil. I was like, yeah, this is enough.
You're like,
I was like,
yeah, that's good.
yeah, I'm like, this is perfect. I can only deal with so much trauma.
I can only deal with so much pain and suffering. With
Uh,
Flowers of Evil.
yes.
And then we get to the end of Seven Seas, and you're like, yeah, that was it. Although for me, I could have taken a bit more actually from Seven Seas. I'd be like, yeah, I could have gone for like another volume or two.
Mhm.
35 volumes and a guidance chapter afterwards. I'm like, no, can I get another one? One more?
Yes,
One more?
yes.
I don't want to say bye yet. Let's one more. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this one though. Very good. Uh,
Yes.
I think I have it around a 9 and like a 9.1 out of 10 on my Annie list. I think that's what I have it rated as.
Yeah.
Very
Yes,
good.
yes. Very, very good, very good. I have to say, also, this is separate from sort of the conversation, I guess. But like, when I usually rate something, like, again, like a 10 out of 10 for me is very sparse. But all of the manga in my top 10 list are things that have given a 10 out of 10, and I'm just sort of throwing on like a top 10 list. So like, I was gonna say in the last one that Chainsaw Man is a 10 out of 10 for me,
Yeah.
but it's like number 6 on my list of top 10s. But but yeah, this is like a 8.5. It's like really good, really solid. I really do appreciate a manga that has a concise beginning and an ending, because a lot tend not to do that. um it was very it was a good read and a good experience,
Yeah.
and it made me cry, and it made me cry. And that's all Adele wants. She wants me to cry.
Yeah, baby. That's all right. If it doesn't
Yeah,
make me cry at least once, is it even doing anything? Come on.
exactly, exactly. But Yep, that is the end of the video.
Yep.
That is the end.
All right.
We shall
Rejoin next time for more.
yes, we shall bye. End it.